Good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's a brand new day. Yeah, wake up, everything begins today. Wake up.
Good morning this morning. Welcome to a brand new day. I am glad that you're awake this morning. We are still on our love series. Now I want to just give you the reason why love is the greatest, or still why love is non-natural. That the only person that can love is someone who has the Holy Spirit. Galatians chapter 5 verse 13. For brethren, you have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So thou shalt love thy neighbor. So last time I said love is opposite of selfishness, and selfishness is opposite of love, not hate. Why do you think there is one law that Jesus gave? Because this law is the law of the Spirit, the law that guides in the Spirit. In the spirit of truth of how God created man. Do you know the sin of Adam? The sin of Adam wasn't eating the fruit. The sin of Adam was not just mere disobedient. Yes, disobedient is the outcome. But there is something that happened. What happened is that Adam, for the first time, started thinking about himself and not about God that created him. Now, look at the scenario here. Satan has already have that virus called sin, selfish in nature. That natural selfishness, so that's the sin. It's like a virus. Satan, the serpent, transferred the same virus to Adam. The virus of sin, S-I-N, selfish in nature. So Adam, for the first time, thought about himself. He wants to be like God. So immediately he thought about it. The result of it is disobedient. Because once it comes, you want to satisfy yourself. You want to gratify yourself. Now, there is this thing that now happens. From Adam, it became natural. The sin was transferred. Now, the psychology, Freud, talked about when we are born with what we call id. That id is the selfish attribute of man that makes man to think only about himself. There is no child that is born without id. That id is that virus, selfish virus. See, it is our norm and the laws that keep man from not even hurting another. So every other thing we call sin is born out of that selfish nature. Is he stealing? Is he killing? Is he name any sin you can think of? It is born out of self-gratification. It is born out of that selfishness. So now when love comes, when you receive that love, when you obey the commandment of love, the law of the Spirit, to be now going out from serving yourself to serving God. And then serving God inevitably becomes serving humanity, serving others. That is why where we read, serve others, love others as yourself. That same way you do to yourself, if you do it to another, it becomes love. So I told us that it is tautology to say love yourself. You already love yourself. It is natural that you love yourself. You are selfish. We are born with it. They don't teach people how to be selfish. You already born with it. So where we read today in Galatians, if you read down, he said, and this is the fruit of selfishness that's lost about yourself. You now begin to call all the sins you know. Without lost selfishness, there is no sin. So what Adam inherited in the garden was getting the virus of sin, which is selfish in nature. And that was exactly what now gave birth. It now gave birth to everything: disobedience, lying, fornication, murder, and everything that human being has been trying to suppress with law. In fact, if there is love, there will be no law. It is the earnest plan of God to have a nation where love is guided and not law. But why do law guide us now? Law is guiding us now because everything is selfish. We have even turned that love, the law of the Spirit, we have turned it into what we call selfish love. Everywhere people love with conditions. Conditions, fuel everywhere. But until we understood what love is, we know that whatever we are doing in Christendom, whatever Christ came to do, is to establish a world without law. A world that the law is just love. Thank you this morning. May love reign. So love is not likeness. Love when you don't even like. Love when you don't feel like. Love does not equate likeness. Love is condition of heart. Love is what you owe others. Love is law of the Spirit. Good morning this morning. Have a lovely, lovely week ahead of you. May this week filled with love. Thank you.